Hello everyone! Here is Tubik team on air, and you're listening to the podcasts about design in all its aspects. Thanks for being with us. This episode continues the mini-series of podcasts by Tubik team about user-friendly design for business goals. In the previous talk, we discussed the frequently used business abbreviations, USP and MVP, in terms of definitions and impact on design process and solutions. Today, let's continue this set with new business terms, important for designers and showing different levels of business communication. The first abbreviation is B2B, which means business to business. As for definition, B2B is the term used in business, marketing, and economy to mark the relations of the sides in the business process like business to business. B2B means that one company provides products or services aimed at other companies' business activities. The target audience of the offer is not individual customers, but businesses. Nature of relations has a direct impact on business process, strategy, promotion, and therefore any design stages involved in this scope. Actually, if we are talking about outsourced design and development services, they are a direct example of B2B. Again, let's mention the company which sells books. We told about it in explanations for the previous terms. Imagine they need a website which will provide quite broad functionality for big amount of users. They monitored the market of web services and found out that hiring an outsourced company for design and development is cheaper for them than creating an in-company department for such specialists. This is the start of B2B relations, as design studio provides their services for another business, a bookshop. One more abbreviation of this kind is B2C, which means business to consumer. This is another way of business relations in which business provides products or services directly to individual buyers or end consumers. Remembering the case with the bookshop selling online, its business is built along the B2C scheme. It presents and sells books to individual buyers, and its aim is to involve as many customers as possible. It needs to strengthen its presence online, communicating directly to potential buyers. So for this aim, it can use online e-commerce spot, blog, forums, social networks, etc. The graphic material, way and style of communication, visual presentation and brand identity will work differently than for B2B and will require a different approach because psychological background of the interaction is different. And the third abbreviation of this set is C2C, which is consumer to consumer. It's definitely clear that this term features one more type of business relations, when operations are done directly from consumer to consumer. This term has grown its presence significantly with the boost of e-commerce, because nowadays the internet provides broad opportunities for such sort of business. The best known way of C2C relations is platforms for online auctions, sales, etc. Creating such platforms, designers have to consider peculiarities of interactions in terms of this business scheme. Design in this case is usually done for the third party, which creates this platform, allowing users to operate on it, selling and buying their stuff. Now let's consider the design aspect deeper. People involved in design process for products and services have to consider the types of relations chosen for the particular project. Actually, the type of business scheme initially defines target audience and nature of interactions, which are key factors for efficient and user-friendly design solutions. Design for businesses should involve methods of visual and content presentation, which are different from the one presented directly to end users. It's easy to see by examples of numerous landing pages. The ones aimed at companies use content, language, visual and graphic elements, placement of data blocks, different from those which are targeted at individual buyers. Neglecting the aspect of business relations increases the risk of creating design which will not provide high conversion rate, even being sophisticated, stylish, and attractive visually. Psychological background behind design solutions has to support a particular business scheme or strategy. Here in Tubik, we have had broad experience of design for all the mentioned schemes, so we would like to share some ideas on the basis of that practice. Designing for B2B, it's important to remember the following things. Design solutions should consistently strengthen branding and company policy, which is important for other business sides. If website or landing page represents, let's say, a service as accomplished by well-prepared and professional team of specialists with their policy and statement, it is appreciated and trustworthy, so builds better bridge for collaboration. Implementation of design elements in social network marketing of B2B company using the same style, voice, corporate colors and graphics, specially designed branded items, is one more way to strengthen brand awareness by means of design. Consistent and thought-out content strategy, combining visual and textual material with careful selection of visuals and copy, is able to fulfill all the stages of sales funnel and bring better conversion of the website, landing page, or application of B2B company. Concise and minimalistic solutions in design and copywriting work efficiently in most cases because they save time and effort of busy stakeholders and entrepreneurs. Good variant of scenario is when they are given concise core information at the first stage of interaction, but always have the chance to read more if they are interested, as well as avoid reading huge copy blocks if they don't want to. Surely, this solution should be based on thorough user research, but anyway, it has high potential to make user experience more positive and effective. Business is done differently in different countries. It should be always considered together with the nature of business relations as the factor making considerable impact on the level of trust and wish to collaborate. Selection of graphic content and layout of the elements on the screen or page should go under analysis in this perspective, as some graphic elements, photos, gestures, word combinations, color choices, which are efficient and clear for one region or culture, can be totally unacceptable or even offensive for the others. Creation of several landing pages targeted locally can be an effective solution. The aim of a website or other piece of design presenting B2B company is not to grow a huge flow of traffic, but to engage and direct leads which belong to target audience and are potentially open and able to take part in business collaboration or partnership, good for both sides. It's important to keep in mind that retaining customers in this case plays not less role than involving them into the game. Designing for B2C, it's important to consider the following positions. The target audience can be more diverse, so design solutions which will effectively transfer the necessary message to the user can require more universality. Visual presentation should be catchy and original, as in this sphere competition is very high. In many cases, website or platform for B2C provides full way up to the process of buying and delivery. Terms of data protection and security need high attention here. Neglecting this aspect will get the company name associated with bad service, so will make a big hole in its reputation. The website has to be technically ready to support a really big number of users simultaneously, as frequently more offers are available than in B2B. So the flow of users potentially interested in buying it can get higher quantities. Strong and consistent presentation of the brand in social networks featuring the same design solutions is certain must-have. Not only does this strategy offer more marketing opportunities, but also supports better direct communication with customers and shows the company's openness to discussion as one more reason to trust. The same visual design should be used consistently across all the platforms to increase brand awareness and create strong associations. The aspect of virality works effectively in this type of business relations and can be used via design features like interesting animations, engaging illustrations and characters, brand mascots, Easter eggs, funny or encouraging videos, etc. Designing branding and interfaces for C2C, it's advisable to consider the following things. The platform should be intuitively navigated and clear to use for people with different level of tech abilities and on various devices. Engaging and original UI design solutions are a good way to set the first contact and involve users into active interaction. Thought-out placement of layout elements and visual hierarchy can increase conversions, and that will be the strong reason of user retention. UX of user-to-user communication, chats, discussions, comments, sharing, etc. should provide diverse features and broad possibilities. User interface visual design should provide good universal background and environment for presentation of various products and services. The platform will need an efficient and quick system of user support. So, defining the nature of target market and business relationship, before starting actual work on design concepts, designers set more goal-centered creative space for ideation and information architecture, structure and visual performance of the product, which has to correspond with expectations, needs and wishes for this sector. If you want to read more about various aspects of design for business and see a variety of practical cases, welcome to read our free ebook, which you can find at www.tubikstudio.com. Don't miss the next episode, which will be devoted to the aspect of various work styles in design. We will talk about outsourcing and in-house product design, as well as individual freelancing and teamwork in design sphere. Stay tuned, and thanks for being with us.